Hey there, how are you? Good to have you here today. Yeah, this is going to be my first video, but where we're headed is recovery from trauma, either acute trauma or chronic trauma. But I figured I would just jump in here. I dealt with something last night and I had such a breakthrough, and I am so excited to share. And how it settled in my mind and how it settled in my body was shame, and a very difficult thing to overcome. And so, walking out the shame and walking through life, I became something I didn't recognize and something I didn't want to be. And I fought that many years. And the fight was being lost because I just didn't know how to get out of that. I didn't know how to walk through it. There weren't really any answers. I had some counseling, some great counselors. And so, walking through all the trauma, walking through all the things, I had just become, in my eyes, a terrible person. And when you don't see yourself as healthy, or when you see yourself as unhealthy, and you can't find what healthy looks like, life becomes difficult. And so I've started some great work, and that work has spilled over into every area of my life. And I have found such great healing. But I had somebody they supposed that we were close. And that person wanted to have a conversation with me. And so they asked me if I could go have lunch with them next week. And I'm like a rip the Band-Aid off the wound kind of a guy. So I texted back, I don't have any availability next week. Let's get together today. I figured that would keep them from overthinking whatever it is they wanted to meet about, because I just never had lunch with this person. And when I had dinner with them before, it didn't turn out very well. So I kind of had an idea of where this was going to go. And then launched into all the things that he still was holding on to. And he let me know there was some stuff that he could not get over, but he wasn't phrasing it in a I can't get over this. He was phrasing it as putting it all in my court. You did this. It made me feel. How it was spun, it was landing in my lap. And the entire time, I was just listening. And I was so intentional about just being focused on not the words, but I was focusing on something. And I'm going to tell you what I was focusing on before. And this had happened before I walked through this with him. I sat there steaming and fuming, and shame was huge. I was ashamed that somebody else felt some way that was negative because of something they said I had done. But how they framed it, it was my fault. My intentions were poor, just who I was in it, how they felt, the struggle they had, all the things, just all the things. But yesterday, they were about halfway through it, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm really doing well with this conversation. This doesn't fall to me. Now, I can try to own all of it, and I could be dysfunctional, and I could pull down all my boundaries. And yes, I've read all those books, and I get it. I'm getting it more and more now than I did get it when I read the books. But it was so exciting because I was doing great. I mean, I was telling myself, dude, I am really killing it here. And so at the very end, when they finally wrapped up all their stuff and they wanted answers about this and that, I mean, you could just see it. You know, when someone tells you screwed them and they want you to own it, they want to know what you're going to do to fix it. And my only question is, what is it that you want? And that was such a relief. What do you want? What is it that you need? And I said, because I'm willing to do some work here. I'm not willing to go back. I find no value in going back. And let me tell you something. When you are moving forward with healing, there is no reason to go revisit somebody else's shit and stare at their pile of shit in their front yard or wherever it is they store their crap. There's no reason to do that. Now, you can be a great human and you can hear them and you can understand that they have a pile of stuff that they are having an issue dealing with. But I even recommended you may want to take this to a pastor, or you may want to take this to a counselor and figure out what it is you're going to do with this. But whatever it is you think is happening between you and me, there is no you and me. It's one of my favorite lines out of Grosse Pointe Blank. It's like, whatever it is, man, because it doesn't exist. So I'm going to tell you something. This healing journey that I'm going to share with you, it may feel like coaching, and I'm hoping that what you can take away from my shared journey with you is that you can begin to rewrite your processes like I am currently rewriting my processes. But I'm going to share these things, and I want you to come back regularly. I don't have many subscribers right now. And the subscribers, if you decide to subscribe, that means that you are also healing. You are also looking to share your journey. I want to do this together. And I have a job. I'm not relying on this for money. What I'm relying on this for is consistency and trust. Two very important, two very key words. I don't have anything written. I'm not selling you books. I'm not sponsored by Poncho shirts, although I love my Poncho shirt. I'm not sponsored by Chevy trucks. I love my Chevy truck. Yes, there's an American flag in the window. You won't hear about my political views. You will hear some of my faith-based views, but they are not to steer you towards a faith-based view. They are just to inform you of what may play into some of my chronic trauma. Yes, I said it. Religion, as practiced by other people, has played a huge part of some of my chronic trauma, and quite honestly, some of my acute trauma as well. So come with me, please. Let's do this together. Leave a comment. That would be really fantastic. I will answer them all. I will answer questions. I'll show you as much care as I can. But please, let's do this together. I'm excited. I love you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for hearing my growth spurt. And thank you for watching my very first long-form video on Rewrite with RC. I'm RC. You have a good day, and I'll see you back here. All right? See you.